Badgers will spend the next couple of days still in Southern California. Tuesday night matchup against UCLA, but let's rewind back to Tuesday night at the Kohl Center. A milestone win for head coach Greg Gard. Coaching victory number 200. Had them all the way, right? Led by 17 at the half. It ends up being a 2-point win for Wisconsin. We'll check out some of the highlights of the games this week, and we'll have our sit down with head coach Greg Gard, all coming up on this week's edition of the Badgers Sports Report.
Rebound tip to Blackwell. Here comes Wisconsin. Badgers have a little 3-on-2. A throw to Max. Steps into a three. Left side. Book it. There you go. Klesmit drilling a three, and it's 30-15 Wisconsin. McGee on the left side. Kamari's left open. Snaps off a three. Nailed it. Kamari McGee, 55.5% from three coming into the game. And knew that right on the release. 40-25 Wisconsin. 10:37 remaining. Nolan Winter gets it to Klesmit. Here's Max to the line, down the lane, to the rim, and the layup is good for Max Klesmit. He has 10. Fades, flips, left of the lane, banked it, missed it. Rebound, Winter of Wisconsin. And here comes John Blackwell for the Badgers. Blackwell barely down the lane to the rim, high off the glass, got it! And it counts and a foul. Oh, what a move by John Blackwell. He has an and one. Throws it out to Blackwell high on the right. Blackwell to the line. Blackwell in the lane. Out to Gilmore. Fakes the three. Turns to McGee. Left corner three. Sweet spot for Kamari McGee. That left corner, he drills it. 68-57 Wisconsin. A toss for Klesmit high on the right. Max dribbling right of the lane. Finds Nolan Winter down the lane. Slam dunk. Nolan Winter. Oh, a little drive, a little dish, and a little dunk. 17-point lead, Wisconsin. A pass stolen away by Blackwell. He'll glide to the goal and send it in with the right hand. Timeout, Wisconsin for a sub as the Badgers now lead at 84-65.
There's your exclamation point.
What a performance for the Badgers as the Wisconsin fans here at the Galen Center are loving it.
I think for us to come in here and have your leading scorer not score tells me the depth and versatility of this group and how it's continuing to grow and find different guys. So you score 84 points and John doesn't score. But there's been so many nights he's carried us, he's helped us. So I think that's what makes this team really, really good.
This is Wisconsin basketball. Hands off the screen of Crowd. Klesmit for three, and he buries it. Blackwell driving right lane line, runs it up and in off the glass. Tapped by Crowd, picked up Winter, finds Tajay down the lane, slam dunk. Slips it in the crowd, low on the left, slam dunk. Finds McGee low on the left, he'll finish.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. And is brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors, building Wisconsin together. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Our customers have always been our priority.
Our customers are our family, and we want to make sure they know that we'll do everything in our power to lower prices, to be the place that they want to shop.
You're going to see the savings all over the store. We did a deep dive and we took advantage of every lower price, lower costs we could to make it better for our customers.
There's absolutely no reason to shop anywhere but Hy-Vee.
Clear your path to a great career today. Climb to reach your career potential with no loans and no debt, so you can earn while you learn. A Wisconsin Operating Engineer's Apprenticeship is your opportunity to work outdoors and get heavy equipment experience. Partner with your employer for serious pay, great health and pension benefits. Acquire real-world experience while building Wisconsin together. To start your career journey, visit join139.com today.
Back outside for Klesman. Throwing to Crowell, rotates Blackwell, driving left of the lane, goes to the goal, up and in. There you go. Blackwell scored the game's first 9 points, gets the first bucket for the Badgers in the second half. Kamari McGee throws to Amos, quick pass to Tanjay, driving on wide, baseline right, reverse slam dunk! Oh my goodness! John Tanjay with attitude. 8 to shoot. Nothing going so far here for Wisconsin. 5 to shoot. Klesman high on the right against Parrish. 3 to shoot. Step back 3. Max. Yes. Oh, a big hit for Max Klesman with a shot clock winding down. Lobs a pass to Tanjay for 3. Right corner. Book it. John Tanjay with a big triple. 65-57 Wisconsin. 70-68 Wisconsin. He'll throw it front court. It's tipped in the air and the Badgers win it. And it's career win number 200 for Badgers head coach Greg Gard.
It's Division I basketball. You're not going to blow every team out, and even if you get up big, we know they're going to make their run. It's just about weathering it, and like Coach said in the locker room, I think it's a sign of a good team when maybe it's shots aren't falling tonight, or there's foul trouble or certain things, or maybe you're not guarding how you want. But you just find a way to win in the end, and I think it was good for us at the end to go through that little stretch and learn how to win those tight games.
Good teams find a way when you're not at your best, and I felt we were able to do just enough good things to be able to wrap it up and seal it there.
Down late game, it's just time to focus, and every possession matters, and I think with experience, I think I'm pretty confident down the line, just making some decisions and playing confidently late.
No, this isn't not about me. My name goes with it, but I've had terrific players, the current ones and ones that have been here for the last 9 years. Terrific coaches with me. I got a phenomenal staff right now, support system. Mark, my chief of staff, strength coach, trainers that we've had. It's you divide this up. It's a lot of hard work by a lot of people.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
Dear Winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Tacoma for $319 a month, or get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a tough new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
We do this from time to time, but it's a good time right now, I think, to circle back and just get a progress report, if you will, on some of the younger guys in the Wisconsin program. You've seen them all on the floor, maybe not a ton yet, but you have seen them, and certainly Badger fans are familiar with the guys we're going to talk to as we visit with head coach Greg Gard. We've seen Daniel Freitag get in there, and these guys have been able to break the ice and get points on the board. Freitag on a dunk, as a matter of fact. Right. He and Jack Robinson. Robinson part of that Lakeville North connection. We'll start with those guys, and then we'll move forward from there. But what are you seeing? Your first lap around it in college basketball, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I think, like every freshman, for the most part, they go through an eye-opening experience that it's a little different. Speed, size, strength, all those things go into it. Part of that equation of why it's different, but also just how the game is played. Maybe things that they could get away with in high school don't work in college. So, for Jack's case, I think we knew he was physically going to take some time to develop, and I think the weight room in the off season will be extremely important for him going into his sophomore year. But size, and he competes. He reminds me a lot of Gilmore with his mentality and how he comes at you. Really knows how to play. Shoots it really well, left-hander. So I think I have liked what I've seen, and I see the potential there as he gets stronger, where he can help us down the road. So Dan Freitag, obviously, I think has really come into a situation where he's got a lot of older guys in front of him, a lot of experience in front of him, and I think that's been good. In the long run, it's going to be good for him because there's a lot of things where he's learning and trying to get better at that the older guys are helping him with, that at the same time they're, I want to say, burning him with, but practice sometimes is a little rough on Dan. But he's competitive, really good athlete. I think he's getting better at understanding and seeing the game and those things. So those two guys from Minnesota, I think, are doing some good things, and it's just going to take time. In the day and age of transfer portal, COVID extra year, you have experience, and you want to make sure you have experience and stay old. So it's the path for the younger guys is difficult.
A couple other guys who Ricardo Greppi is a freshman. Cameron Hunter is a transfer, and this is where you could have some bad luck here, because it seemed, Greg, in talking to you, that both were getting closer and closer to getting some minutes, and then they both deal with injuries. But
right.
You've liked what you had seen from those guys prior to their injury.
Yeah, I think in Ricardo's case, I mean, he arrived here late August, not having any summer workouts with us, and really got thrown in deep water right away. So for him, the progress he's made from when he arrived there late August until where he is now, and obviously he's dealing with a knee injury and making great progress in that. He'll be back here soon, but there was definitely steps going in the right direction. You putting some days together, and I think in better shape, getting stronger, all those things that come when you get to college. So for him, obviously right now he's got to get healthy and then really use the time to continue to improve his body. And in Cameron's case, yeah, I mean, when Max Klesmet went down, Cameron, I thought, had practiced really well. It was a good chance for him to get some minutes, and lo and behold, the day of the game, he goes down in a workout. So, I think he's been really consistent and really stacked some days together. Now you need to get him back here and getting back on the floor and getting back in that same rhythm.
I don't want to forget about Aiden Knopp as well, here out of Sussex, Wisconsin. Somebody, again, fans might not be all that familiar. From Sussex, you're familiar with them, but
right.
He contributes every day and helping out the scout. We're working with the scout team and getting the other guys ready for
Absolutely.
every game.
I mean, the scout team is so valuable in terms of what they do to help prepare us, and I think also that development piece is so big. I mean, we watch other guys come through that, and the list can go on and on and on about guys that have spent some time on the scout team, because you get so many more reps, and obviously you're facing off against the 7 or 8 that are in the rotation, so you're getting a lot of high-level competition every day. But yeah, Aiden's been doing a good job, and obviously getting the reps on the scout team. And like I said, I think for all those newcomers, it's been a very eye-opening experience, so to speak, of how deep the water is at this level. Players are really, really good, and that experience and maturity really is a big separating factor.
I always think around this time of year, too, how you've had so many guys throughout their careers embrace the role. I mean, being a scout teamer maybe isn't the most enjoyable thing in the world, but I think going back to Tanner Bronson, who's coach now, Matt Ferris in more recent years, and there are many others, the role, guys in the locker room, you all know the value of what those guys bring.
Absolutely. I mean, we talk all the time about being a star in your role, and no matter what, your roles are pretty well defined now by the time we hit mid-January, but regardless of what your role is, it's really important to our team, and we're not sitting where we are and have had the success we've had so far this year if it's not for all those guys in the locker room, because they, day in and day out, they don't lift any less weights. They don't have any days off in the weight room that other guys have to be in or anything. They aren't excused from any conditioning or anything like that just because they're in a scout team mode. So all those guys are really valuable to make this program what it is.
And I should correct myself a little bit. I say it's not the most enjoyable thing. These guys love basketball, and when the scout team is clicking, which has been known to happen, and the other guys are running, that's when they know they've done their job.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And on that scout team, they know they have the greenest of green lights. Like you can't foul out, and you can't take, for the most part, take a bad shot. So yeah, it's a lot of fun when they get it cooking. Sometimes they don't even have to take the ball out of bounds, just grab it and go back at us.
It's a beautiful thing. We'll take a break. More to come as we continue with this week's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
We continue to introduce you to some of the newer Badgers and a guy that you're going to see more and more as we move forward. The guy right here from the state of Minnesota, Daniel Freitag. Well, as we talk, fall semester, you can maybe exhale almost.
Yeah.
How was it? How was the first, you were here over the summer, obviously took a class, but what was the fall semester like for you on the floor in practices and some working games and off the floor?
Very enjoyable. I've enjoyed my college experience thus far, making new friends and, enjoying my time on the court, whether it's just practice or, the times that I've gotten in the game or even just on the bench. I've enjoyed, all of it, really.
It is interesting you say that because if you get in a game or not, if somebody's doing something special on the floor, they'll have a cutaway and you're there, like you're cheering guys on. I mean, that's important to you, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So take us through last year, your high school career. People around here know that actually the coaching staff here in football, they had interest in you among others. Tell us about your love of that sport and what it came down to when you were deciding what path you wanted to go, football or basketball.
Yeah, it was a long recruiting process with both sports, and I ended up choosing Wisconsin before I chose basketball. So in my top 5, I had football, schools, but in the end, it was Wisconsin basketball that made me want to stay with basketball. So I really didn't choose a sport. I kind of just chose a coaching staff and a program before anything else.
What is it about this coaching staff and the program that you find so attractive?
I think, I wanted to go somewhere that I felt needed, and I'm not saying that they need me on the court, but just like they valued me as if they needed me opposed to wanting me. And you can kind of always tell with coaching staffs, the coaching staffs that, offer you and kind of recruit you and they kind of want you, and then those that really take their time and effort to, really pour into you and show you that you're valued to them. So I just wanted to reward kind of their loyalty to me.
Your senior year, you have a big year, and then you celebrate a state championship by getting surgery.
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Take us through that, because people would see, the eye-popping numbers you had as a senior and what you did in the state tournament. How difficult was that? How much pain were you in pursuit of winning the trophy?
Yeah. So I transferred senior year to Breck, and 2 weeks before the season started, I rolled my ankle really bad, and it was, really big. I couldn't put shoes on because they wouldn't fit in the shoe. And it was between surgery that would leave me out until the playoffs, or they said you can risk it and play on it, but it can get worse and it can, need even more surgery and things of that nature. So I played on it the whole season. I tried not to make a big deal about it and let people know, and we ended up winning the state championship. And I knew in my head that after we won the state championship, I did 2 things. I booked my trip to Florida and I booked my surgery. So I went on my trip to Florida, enjoyed that, and then I got my surgery, and now we're here.
Flips to Freitag, low on the left, goes up, slam dunk! First career points on a dunk from Daniel Freitag.
So when was it where you felt like, I'm all the way back, I'm where I want to be?
I'd say, I think like a few weeks ago. I'm not necessarily thinking about my ankle, but I feel like I'm back. I feel like I'm, myself from before the injury, and I feel really good right now, and I've felt that way for a few weeks now. and I can't really say the same about, a month or two ago. So
No, that's fair. It was interesting. I was watching an interview that you did, and I can't remember who it was with, one of the online interviews, and they were asking about like guys who take you under their wing. And this is a group with veteran players. But I think the first guy you mentioned is Cameron Hunter,
yes,
who's not a rookie in college basketball by any stretch, but he's new here.
Yes.
Walk us through that. Cameron Hunter kind of taking you under his wing a little bit.
Yeah, Cameron Hunter, one of my first days here, I actually told him the story. So my first day getting here on campus, I went to the gym to get shots up, and he was the only other person in there. And just due to movies I watched, I kind of thought that me and him were gonna butt heads, thinking we're the same position. We're both fighting for a spot. And the very first thing he did, he was playing his music. He turned his music off and said, "You can connect to the speaker if you want." And from that moment on, it was like, my very first impression of him was, generosity to me. And ever since then, we lived together, and he was great to me. He gave me, I would compliment his clothes, he'd give them to me. And ever since then, he is still just like my guy. And he texted me yesterday. I think we were talking about, getting on the floor and stuff like that. And he told me, he said, "I believe in you if no one else does, and I love you like a little brother." And it was like, this guy just met me a few months ago, and I already feel like I've known him forever.
No,
so
that's
he's
cool.
been great.
Yeah, I think everybody else believes in you too. But it's great. It's great to hear that, and a guy like him too. He's put together. He's a bulldog.
Oh yeah, he's a force for sure.
So tell us the adjustment. You've been in some games here, and obviously going through practice. You did a great high school career. What's been the toughest on-floor adjustment to this level?
Finishing at the rim is kind of the toughest thing, because it used to be that if I got there, I was scoring with either a bucket or I was getting fouled or both. Where now, getting there, now I have to decide, is it Steve Nolan behind me, next to me, Tanjay trailing for a chase down? There's a lot more decisions going into getting to the rim. I think, getting there is not a huge issue. It's just once you're there, it's very tough to decide what to do. But I think I'm making my way there.
Yeah, I would think as a freshman you're going through this, but I was talking to Xavier Amos, and I think Cameron as well, and maybe even Tanjay to an extent. There is just a physical nature of this that people like me can watch it, fans can watch it, but it's a little different when you're between the lines.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It's just a little different world.
Yeah, it's definitely different, especially when Sharif Chambliss is your ref. It's not very easy playing offense when he's your ref. He'll swallow his whistle, I'm telling you. If you watch it, you'll see.
I've known him a long time. I believe that.
Yeah,
I would believe that. He was probably one of the big complainers when he was your age,
I'm
too.
sure.
And now he is. So you're embracing this. You mentioned Cameron. I mean, the culture of this team, they've taken a ton of pride in that. It's not just a word that you throw around. If it's guys like you, if it's Klesmit, Crow, Carter Gilmore, those guys. From what I understand, they always make the newer guys feel welcome. I would imagine you have felt the same way here in your time already.
Yeah, as time has gone on, I've felt, very welcomed. I think at the very beginning, it was kind of a slower start to that process, because I think everyone was getting used to each other. And now that, things are kind of decided and relaxed a little bit, I've been receiving a lot more individual attention, from those veterans and helping me. And just yesterday, it was me and Aiden, two freshmen, playing Fortnite with Carter Gilmore and Klesmit, and we're 2v2ing, and it's we're having a great time. And that's something that came over time. It wasn't forced or right away, but I'm glad that it took its time to kind of make its way there.
All right, and fans are going to get to see him more and more as we move forward as well. He's Daniel Freitag. We'll take a break. More to come as we continue with the Badgers Sports Report.
Captivating Toyota Crown family. Toyota, let's go places.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. WEAbenefits.com.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health. UW Health Sports Medicine, treating the Badgers, treating you. And is brought to you by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors building Wisconsin together. And by Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
We thank Daniel Freitag for joining us this week. The Badgers have a Tuesday night matchup against UCLA, and then it's back home for a Sunday date against Nebraska. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
This is a hallway. Doesn't evoke much feeling. But to those facing cancer or a complex condition, it feels like relief. Because all the doctors, treatments, and technology you've been fighting to find, they're all right here, under one roof, connected by hallways instead of highways. Welcome to East Park Medical Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Our customers have always been our priority.
Our customers are our family, and we want to make sure they know that we'll do everything in our power to lower prices, to be the place that they want to shop.
You're going to see the savings all over the store. We did a deep dive and we took advantage of every lower price, lower costs we could to make it better for our customers.
There's absolutely no reason to shop anywhere but Hy-Vee.